In this video, I'll be showing you how to assemble and install your garage mounting bracket. If you have your garage mounting bracket already assembled, skip ahead to this time in the video. If not, you can start here. When you were building your VelociRAX Max, you should have set aside a long metal bracket as well as a small bag with rubber hooks, washers, and nuts. Let's go back to the bag with the rubber hooks. Go ahead and open that up and organize it in front of you. Grab one washer, one nut, and one rubber hook. Twist on the nut until it reaches the rubber base. After that's done, place one washer on top of it. Remove the plastic covering from the mounting bracket and you'll notice there are 4 holes on each end. Because this is a 4-rack, we're going with the second to last. Insert the rubber hook into this hole and then add a washer and a nut, tightening it by hand until it's fully tightened. Repeat these steps on the other side using the same hole. Once that's done, line up both rubber hooks so they're facing the same direction. Holding the rubber hook in place, use a 16mm wrench to tighten the nut until neither rubber hook easily rotates. Once you're done, your garage mounting bracket should look like this, and you'll know you've done it right if it perfectly hangs off of 2 of your tire baskets. Now you've got your assembled garage mounting bracket for your VelociRAX Max and you're ready to install it in your garage. First, choose the area of your garage you want to install the bracket. On screen, you'll see the width of all of our rack sizes. Measure the width of your rack on the wall to make sure you have enough space for the rack, mounting bracket, and your bikes once on the rack. The mounting bracket itself is 44 3/4 inches long and must be secured onto 2 separate studs. Make sure your chosen area has 2 studs available. When fully installed, the rack with bikes typically extends about 4 feet from the wall. This can vary depending on the size of your bikes, so it's a good idea to measure the distance beforehand and confirm you'll have enough clearance without blocking anything. Once you've identified your studs and confirmed you have enough space, measure up from the garage floor along one stud. There are 3 different mounting heights you can choose from depending on your setup. The first is standard mode. In this mode, you would mount the bottom of your bracket at 56 1/4 inch from the ground. This mode requires you to rotate the hitch assembly to the opposite side before attaching it to the mounting bracket. Once mounted, the tire basket's angled downward, making it easier to roll bikes in and out. Keep in mind, bikes with a wheelbase longer than 46 inches may have their back tire touch the ground. If so, raise the basket 1 inch for every inch over 46 inches and place a wood block that's equal to the added height under the center post for proper support. Second is solo mode. In this mode, you'd mount the bottom of the bracket at 57 3/4 inches from the ground. In this setup, the rack sits flush against the floor and the setup is simpler since no hitch assembly rotation is needed. However, the baskets remain flat, so you may need to help push the bike in with your knee. Third, we have Rack Roller Mini mode. This requires the Rack Roller Mini accessory available on our website under the Accessories tab. Mount the bottom of the bracket at 61 1/2 inches from the ground. This combines the best of both previous modes. No hitch assembly rotation is required, it has angled baskets for easier roll in roll out, and the higher mounting height makes it ideal for larger frame bikes. Once you've selected your mode, mark the center of your stud at the selected height and grab your mounting bracket and included screws. Hold the bracket so the bottom aligns with the mark and insert 1 screw into the first stud. Before securing the second screw, we want to make sure the bracket is level. You can do this by either measuring the same height on the second stud or using a level across the top of the bracket. Once level, screw into the second stud. Finally, add the remaining screws to fully secure the bracket. At this point, your mounting bracket is ready and you're all set to mount your VelociRAX Max. For a step-by-step guide on transitioning your rack from the car onto standard, solo, or Rack Roller Mini mode, check out our other video linked on screen. And if you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave them below.